Hello, hello, hello. I am author and entrepreneur, the cerebral palsy, vigilante, Zachary Bennell. Wait, that's not the traditional spoiler warning alarm going off. Those sound like remixed Christmas bells. That must mean it is time to review this year's Speechless holiday episode titled JINGLE THON. If you have not seen up through Speechless Season 3, Episode 8, be warned. Spoilers to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the question is, how do I go about this review without seeming like a Scrooge? I do have some praise for Jingle-thon. Overall though, I found the episode flawed. The episode's premise starts off innocently enough. Ray wakes up due to the family dog Pepper barking. When Ray goes to investigate, Ray finds the family Christmas tree on fire. Everyone gets out safely, thankfully. However, the presents under the tree are lost. Dylan is bummed about the presents. Kenneth tries to cheer her up when he arrives by saying he still has nice presents for the DeMeos. This brings out Maya's competitiveness, who lies to Kenneth and her kids, saying that although the presents are gone now, she had got them top of the line gifts this year. We, in the viewing audience, know Maya is lying because of a previous conversation Maya and Jimmy had with the fireman. There, Maya reveals the gifts were essentially placeholders until valued at about $8 until Maya and Jimmy could get real gifts. Maya's lie ends up taking on a life of its own when a news station shows up to do a story about the fire. Not realizing the lie, Dylan repeats what Maya said about the tarnished gifts. After seeing the news story, a charity steps up to replace these expensive gifts. Essentially, the show's main story becomes about the DeMeos committing fraud against the charity, albeit accidentally. Here enters what I consider the primary problem with the episode. I feel awkward laughing about deceiving a charity, even when a fictional one where the culprits never intended to take from those who are actually in need. This is the episode's primary flaw, but not the only one. Trying to determine a way the DeMeos could keep the new gifts without feeling guilty, Maya, Jimmy, Dylan, and Ray decide they can work them off by volunteering for the charity's Jingle-thon. The person in charge makes sure to highlight the DeMeos' volunteerism, saying the entire family is there to volunteer. There's a problem with that statement. JJ wasn't volunteering. Rather, JJ spent most of the episode trying to give a gift of his own to Kenneth. Here we get to a positive from the episode. In the previous episode, follow TH are through, Kenneth thinks he could become a coach once he is done as JJ's aide. In Jingle-thon, Speechless follows through as JJ arranges with the principal, Dr. Miller, to offer Kenneth a recent coaching vacancy with the girls' basketball team. Kenneth rejects the offer. Kenneth is hesitant because his sister Kendall plays basketball much better than him, and she, along with their other sister Kiki, would always trash on Kenneth's play. Hoping to help Kenneth confront this issue so Kenneth will change his mind and take the open coach position, JJ arranges a surprise. JJ has an Uber driver take them to Kenneth's sisters. Initially, JJ grows baffled. Kendall and Kiki, played by guest stars Lisa Leslie and Niecy Nash, respectively, appear so nice, at least until basketball gets brought up. Then the two start bagging on Kenneth good. They would mention a nickname like Broken Record, which would lead JJ to ask why they call Kenneth that, setting up trash talk. Each time when Kenneth would go to read what JJ was saying, Kenneth would get frustrated about JJ continuing to set up the trash talk. Frustrating for Kenneth, but comedic for the viewers. This is the second episode in a row where JJ's communication board has played a pivotal role in situational humor, and I love it. However, what I did not love was the lack of setup in JJ arranging the Uber to take Kenneth and meet his sisters. Arranging a surprise can be difficult when you have a disability because you often end up reliant on others. If that other is who you are trying to surprise, how do you go about doing so? Navigating this issue could potentially be an episode in itself. At the same time, I am not saying Speechless needed to dedicate a whole episode to the issue. Just acknowledge it though. Like at the beginning of the episode when the DeMille's discover their Christmas trees on fire. Ray runs back to the bedroom, picks up JJ, and gets him outside to safety. The issue is addressed without having to focus an entire episode on emergency preparedness. One scene where JJ asks Maya, Jimmy, or any of his family members to help him call Kendall or Kiki would have worked. Or even showing JJ being secretive on his computer because he is writing an email to Kendall or Kiki would have worked. Imagine the jokes you could incorporate with the latter, as Kenneth tries guessing why JJ is being so secretive. Instead, the arranging of the surprise is simply unaddressed. Having that unaddressed while subtly addressing emergency preparedness by having Ray carry JJ to safety earlier in the episode perfectly demonstrates the mix between good and bad of JINGLE-THON. In my opinion, the episode tilts more towards the bad than the good, largely due to the flawed premise. I felt awkward laughing at the fraud of a charity, even though the culprits, the DeMille's, held no intentions to cheat the charity. Considering all the factors, I would give Speechless Episode 8 of Season 3, JINGLE-THON, a 6 out of 10. What do you think? Leave your input in ranking from 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, in the comment section below. While you're down there, rank this video and hit that thumbs up icon if you have liked today's review. For more of my speechless episode reviews and other cerebral palsy and disability related videos, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Hit the bell icon to be notified each time I upload a new video. Until then, remember, don't blend in, blend out.